Welcome back. Welcome back. You already know. Yes, indeed. This is December 20th. And I tell you, we are celebrating the one and only NFL legend, Willie Davis. And today, just a note really quick, if you are in the Compton, city of Compton area, they'll definitely know that we have an activity I want to share with you, a, a brand, or shall we say, it's a flyer. So that way you know December 20th in Compton, there is another feature here on StreamYard, absolutely, that I have to get used to. But it's here on 1333 East Compton Boulevard, a chess tournament honoring Willie Davis, and that's held between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. today. And there's free entry food, there's going to be winners, of course, absolutely. So just to know that chess is an educational tool that brings people together as well. If people talk about play chess, not checkers, that at the same time we should also share that chess is an educational tool that brings people together and teaches how to realize the consequences of their actions and teach people to stay focused and develop creativity, build confidence. It's just a great exercise, the game of chess, absolutely. And I'm not a great chess player, but I would like to learn how to play chess as well. So just a note, if you have any tools or tips, it'd be great if you put it in the comment area. And really quick, I want to share an induction of Willie Davis. I hadn't seen it 1981 in a long time because I wanted to know about Willie Davis some years ago when I met Crystal, his baby sister, and I want to share it with you. It's only 2 minutes, I'm like 36 seconds, but you hear him speak, Willie Davis. So here it goes. I'm sharing my screen right away, and it's on another tab. Okay, Lord Jesus, Amen. So here in this instance, it's on this tab right here. Thank you, those of you that have been here all of these different days. And I need to take this off of here so you can see the video more clearly anyway. All right, sharing really quick here. That is an honor of the one and only Willie Davis.
This is a very special occasion because it is the first time my family has ever been together. And I'm truly proud of this moment because it was through football that I learned how to win. And it was through football that I enjoyed the thrill of success. And it was also from football that I developed the will to succeed. Coaches have been a very important part of my life. And I would just like to close today by reading a portion of the last speech from Vince Lombardi, a man I truly loved and admired. But most of all, I think these words reflect my feelings. I owe most everything to football, which I've spent the greater part of my life in. I have never lost my respect, my admiration, and my love for what I consider a great game. And each Sunday after battle, one group savors victory, another group live in the bitterness of defeat. The many hurts seem a small price to pay for having won, and there is no reason at all that is adequate for having lost. The winner, to the winner, there is 100% elation, 100% laughter, 100% fun. And to the loser, the only thing left for him is 100% resolution and 100% determination. And it is a game, I think, a great deal like life, in that it demands a man's personal commitment towards excellence and towards victory. And I would like to say that the quality of any man's life has to be a full measure of that man's personal commitment to excellence and to victory, regardless of whatever field he may be in. I have known bitterness and I have known the taste of victory. Today, I'm very proud and gratified that I can stand at this moment and this occasion. Thank you.
Hall of Fame fans forever. Awesome. Absolutely. So, with that in mind, I do have information that I like to share. It can choke you up because, that's something that, a lot of people, I'm sure, would like to say because what I'm thinking is nothing new is under the sun. So, if if it was at all possible, if it was something else that we could do to further honor you that's listening, please let us know as well because sometimes people just don't know what people are doing behind the scenes and where their heart is and everything. But just to know that this is the Go Work Feature Billionaires YouTube channel has always been a place where I just wanted to edify people and just sharing the joy of the things that has happened in their lives. And if it's you, just please let me know, and I would like to be able to honor you as well. So without further ado, please let me read this information that because I'm always researching information before the show, and let me read that to you all. And sometimes, like they say, it's just a really nice. I did learn that when people say, "Just play the little background." We're listening. We want to listen, but it's really neater when you play the background music. So, like, okay, absolutely, we got a little bit here. All right, and I'll play a lower. That's also been shared with me. Okay, so we do have some background music and it's turned down a little lower. And here's the information that I prompted to Chat GPT. Write a PSA about NFL Willie Davis of the Green Bay Packers induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1981. In 1981, the football world came together to honor a man whose name is synonymous with excellence, leadership, and resilience. Willie Davis, the legendary defensive end of the Green Bay Packers, was enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Willie Davis was a key figure in the Packers dynasty of the 1960s, helping the team secure 5 NFL championships and the first 2 Super Bowl victories. Known for his unmatched skill, relentless determination, and ability to inspire teammates, Davis revolutionized the defensive end position with his speed, strength, and intelligence. Over his 12-season NFL career, Willie Davis played in 162 consecutive games, a remarkable testament to his durability and dedication. He was named All Pro 5 times and selected to the Pro Bowl 5 times, solidifying his reputation as one of the greatest players of all time. On that historic day in Canton, Ohio, Willie Davis stood as a beacon of what it means to excel on the field and lead with character off the field. His induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame was not just a celebration of his achievements, but a recognition of the enduring impact he had on the game of football. Today, we honor Willie Davis, a trailblazer, a champion, and a true legend. His journey to the Hall of Fame reminds us that greatness is achieved through hard work, perseverance, and the courage to lead by example. Celebrate the legacy of Willie Davis and the countless contributions he made to the game we love. For more of well, it says for more on his inspiring story, we have to find out if there's another family member or somebody that has a website for Willie Davis of the Green Bay Packers because we found that other time that there's another Willie Davis that played in the NFL. So just note that Davis, a name etched in football history and in our hearts forever. This is just really extraordinary how we can honor people even faster these days by simply going to a site like it used to be Google, but we can go to Chat GPT now. So if it's you and you would like for me to celebrate you as well, please by all means share with me, and I'll put my email here too if you don't want to leave a comment there. And I would love to read about you too, learn about you, and research about you too. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna enter the stage. I'm gonna put her back on stage after I get these a round of applause. Lord Jesus, here we go. I have to find something else for this applause situation. Okay, but this is working for right now. Amen. Amen. Welcome back to the show, the one and only baby sister of the NFL legend, Willie Davis. This is Crystal Davis, everyone. Good morning there. How are you today? Jesus. Let me move my email here. Yes.
So, dear darling, how are you?
Finding you.
I'm just cleaning up in the room, packing up, getting ready to hit the road and go to Los
Oh,
Angeles.
nice. Okay. Okay. Absolutely. So if there's anybody that needs some information on the way, this is her number that's rolling at the bottom there. Absolutely. So with
Well, I
that
just
in
want to
mind,
say I am thankful, very thankful today. And I know it's all a state of mind. It's a choice, as I've heard the brothers say, it's a choice how you decide to feel, think, act, be, or do. It's a choice that you make. So make sure you have better self control. One of the fruits of
wow.
the Spirit of the Most High Yah. Go ahead, sister. Play some music for us.
Absolutely.
Stop. Go
We
ahead.
have another guest. Oh my goodness. The one and only Gerald. And I want to make sure he gets a round of applause here. Absolutely. Welcome to the stage here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the celebration. The one and only Gerald. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing real fine.
That's great.
Well, what a pleasant surprise, Gerald. This is wonderful. We know him as Mr. B, our commander here for our community engagement. We have been working, ladies and gentlemen, to really get the word out about what is needed in our underserved communities. And we know education is a big thing. We know the part that we love to play, the music and performing arts part, is very big too. But Gerald brings a wonderful piece of information when he deals with what he does in the community, and him knowing what we're doing with Willie Davis. I'm so thankful that he was able to chime in. So, how are you doing again, sir?
Absolutely. Sometimes there's technology, so he'll have to just chime back on. Absolutely. But that's wonderful. Yes, indeed. You want to tell us more?
Well, it's just a pleasant surprise. I have sent the link out to some of the team members that we were working with, and we've been working with the HUD STEM Innovation Network and the HBCU Resource Center and some of the other programs, Every Move Matters. And we're really seeking to get in these underserved communities. And that's why we've been also mentioning Nickerson Gardens, because we know in Watts, that's where Willie had the most of his impact and community engagement here in California, was in Watts. And so it's very important that we take that initiative that has been handed down to us to bring community engagement and help unite our veterans, our families, our artists, our youth, and just those that are out there homeless, feeling that they may not have a friend or anyone who is concerned about them. So we want to show ourselves as that. We want to show ourselves as family, and family can be anyone that shares love. We really have to
Absolutely.
take the constrictions and restrictions off what family is. It's just
That's
where love
right.
is. Thank
Amen. Absolutely. That's so true. Welcome back to the show. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing real fine. Just getting ready for the next week on rush of shopping. I got grandchildren who come from Germany.
Nice.
It's a great time for family and building and remembering all the memories that would last a lifetime.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. So Crystal was sharing about many times that you have in support of celebrating the legend, NFL legend, Willie Davis. And so what's your spin on it today?
Oh, I think Willie Davis has inspired so many of us who grew up and desiring to get active in something, and in the sport of football. I remember Dad would always look at TV. We were always watching television, and as soon as football games especially, and as soon as those games were over. As a young kid, you didn't want to watch the whole thing because it was boring. Just go outside and then mimic what it is that you were seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always the Willie Davis, in my early formidable days, playing sandlot football. Um, I was quite energetic, and I was the one who was always rushing the QB and trying to emulate the things that I would see after watching the Green Bay Packers and and Willie and others play. So yeah, I first got my start on the sandlot, distinguishing myself from my defensive prowess, thinking that I was going to be just as just like my idols, be on TV one day, playing
Mm-hmm.
football and rushing the QB, from the
Mm-hmm.
linebacker position, the end of the line, as what a linebacker would do. He rushes from all over the different positions. So,
Mm-hmm.
that earned my distinction early on as a tough kid. And then when the quarterback, wasn't able to play or wasn't able to throw the ball down the field, they allowed me to start playing quarterback. And once I got into that position, that was all she wrote. So um, one, that's all I ever did after that. Was to play that and then learn, the moves of the Willie Davises across the line from me. And if you don't, beat them, then it can't run the ball effectively nor throw the ball effectively. But Willie was a person who, destroyed everything, and I started my imagination, uh, my imaginative career, off
Mm-hmm.
emulating what Willie would do on the field. But
Nice.
yeah, and lastly, I'd just like to say, as a QB, you have to know what the defensive players are all about, their strengths, their weaknesses, their tendencies, and of course, you have to know what your offense is about. But the more you knew what that defense was doing, the more you were able to achieve your objectives. And so when I played him and imagined being him, and when I was on the other side, making sure that I understood his tendencies, it caused my success.
Absolutely. Wow. Isn't that wonderful? Definitely. Yeah, I have to get some more information going and definitely highlight you after the 23rd because that's when the December 23rd I've already shared with Crystal that I think it'd be great to summarize all the podcasts we've been doing of the past couple of weeks up until this weekend celebrating her brother's NFL his history, right? And yeah, definitely we gotta do you absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, with that in mind, really quick, because this is part of legacy, we do want to see more generational skills, and we want to see those legendary characteristics and so forth in sports and all around as well. What do you think about Travis Hunter being a new?
Oh man, hey, all right. I was just telling you how the best athlete on the field, traditionally has always been a quarterback, but Travis has made sure that it doesn't matter, whether you're a quarterback, you can be a receiver, you can be a defensive back, but it's about the stamina and
Mhm.
the ability to play on both sides and understand, both sides of the ball. Travis does that so exceptionally well. excellently, and so proud of him. And I'm happy to see, that a person like him was able to win the Heisman Trophy. When it's so traditionally, have gone to, others, but a defensive back
All right, we losing that
We
sound.
have a little technology. The excitement is there. Sometimes, we have visitors on the platform. Instead of them just asking for being a part of it, they like to go
Just
through the back end, I guess.
that, praise the Lord, sister. But the whole
and
thing, Gerald,
Gerald, can you hear us? It's a
yeah.
little wiry.
So bottom line, I'm really
um,
oh
Oh,
go ahead.
there he is.
Hello.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm moving around a little bit.
Oh,
Hello.
okay. Now we can hear you better.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna
Oh,
say the
yeah.
the fact that he started out in the defensive position and really, was that he was out mimicking. That's really
Yeah.
awesome to hear. And then, because when I found out really what a defensive end's job was, it was to go get the quarterback. And I thought of Gerald because we knew that he's the first Black starting quarterback at West Point. So it was like, oh my goodness. So you were the target for Willie Davis. So I kind of,
Mm.
you know, but the thing here is now women, past years have not really been particularly knowledgeable of football. I know you brought that out because you're an editorial educator and you're always on top of things, Michelle. So I'm thankful. But this thing with women playing football and the tackle is really something. And that's what really started this off with us being able to honor Willie earlier this year as a part of the pre Super Bowl events. We had partnered with one of the women's tackle football leagues, so since then, things have changed. Some of the leagues have, disbanded, and other leagues have merged, but they have gone professional now. So they are now considered professional women's tackle football league, and the fact is that they're, scheduled to do some things in Inglewood and have people in all the other. Even some other countries, I think other Canada players or Mexico players are wanting to come and auditions. This is really something that we're part of this history with celebrating Willie, and then the women coming into this field on a professional level. It's very like time, like is, it's time for a change. It's time for a renaissance. And just so glad to be able to be a part of this and be able to present it to the world, to America, to the underserved, to the people who really need to hear this.
Amen. Real quick, I gotta interject because I gotta ask Gerald one more question before he has to leave. I'm so sorry. Really quick, Gerald, can you answer this question right here? This because we talk about family, and there's this situation called the Sanders family, and we talk about the quarterback. The Travis plays on the same team as Travis plays on the same team
As
as Shador.
Sanders, as Deion Sanders,
Thank you.
Shador, and yeah.
Can you please, before you go, because we were talking about the lineage and how you're about to celebrate as other people are, for family and the holidays, but we're talking about football, and that's a family of football, and it's got to be something, a testament to see them on television. His Deion Sanders, legend. He is a legend. Like he said, no, I am a legend.
Absolutely,
I'm the
absolutely.
definition of legend. You could just hear him talk, but to see, the mannerism, the character, because we talk about the character of Willie Davis and the character of his sons, also, and being connect that to the his one of his sons is a quarterback and tied
Yeah,
it to Travis.
one of them is a quarterback, and one of them's a safety, and
Mhm.
so and Dion, he came from he didn't come from a lot of wealth, just like Willie didn't come from a lot of wealth, and that's what I was saying, that we dreamt a lot, and we would manifest our dreams by going out and playing sandlot, and so Dion, made his acclaimed with all his talents. He was able to, get them shown, get to college, stay in, successfully matriculate through there, get into the NFL, and he is doing exactly what all of us would love to do: be able to make sure that the lineage, the legacy continues. But I don't think Dion is doing it just for himself and just for his family. He's doing it for community, and it inspires a nation. But I'm so proud of him, his sons, and those that he's been able to touch, even in the HBCU communities now at the PWI institutions. He's showing that he can do it everywhere, and he started, his coaching tenure, with. Sandlot, I mean, with Little League football, because that's where his kids were, and he was able to stay involved with them and continue to mentor them, as a family,
Mhm.
um, as families would, require. And Dion has
Mhm.
done it extraordinarily well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Absolutely. Thank you for coming to the show. And Crystal, you have the floor.
Well, I was alluding to, and I'll say thank you too, alluding to the STEM portion of football because we had talked about these things earlier in the year as we have been planning this. And we were looking at his major in math at Grambling, the HBCU there in Louisiana, and that, they weren't talking about STEM, science, technology, engineering, and now STEAM, art and math. They weren't talking about it as STEAM, calling it anything. It was just labored in the subject. So talk about that, Gerald, how that really affects what you all are pushing from your level of connecting to the communities. STEM.
Mhm.
Hey, can y'all still hear me? I'm,
Yes.
he, mathematics. He majored in mathematics at Grambling and industrial arts, and that, and when you look at where he came from, the agricultural business, as a sharecropper, family, usually, those who are involved with farming and the agribusiness, they have a strong propensity for math. And, I grew up in a house in a suburb community. Well, started off in the projects, and then we moved on the other side of the railroad tracks. But I was highly connected to the farming system as my mama's family, they all lived in farms. And, so math was something that I enjoyed a heck of a lot early on as well. And as well as art, I'd love to, depict my, the things that I understood, through the way of arts and colors and all of that. But, so doing that and then applying that on the football field, and mathematics, and, the ability to reason and to create logic and to solve problems, those are important components, to being successful in any endeavor that you choose. So for him to have gone and been a natural in math and industrial arts, which helped him with his business career, later on, that those are phenomenal, traits. And they're common traits, in the underserved communities when you have to, learn how to, add things up and, use deductive reasoning. But we have to put those skills together. And usually in the discipline of STEM, you learn all the required, aspects, to make better decisions, to communicate as a team, to solve problems, and not only problems for yourself, but problems for the community, families, and so on. So with that, I'm proud that he was that, and then he went in and became a veteran, served proudly for a couple of years, and then went right back into the arena that made him so great. I think he's a Hall of Famer, and he's a monumental hero. So with
Absolutely.
that, y'all, I'm going to have to go. So
Okay.
thank you all, and I appreciate the time. All right.
Peace
Likewise.
and
Thank
love and
you.
grace and mercy to you
All
and
right.
the family. Tell them all we say happy
Happy
holiday.
holidays. Absolutely.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye.
Peace.
Mm. And with that, I wanted to add STEM centers that we're seeking to honor in his name, particularly Lee and Watts. And also, we've located here in Vegas that we have the Harrison House connection that we have made a powerful and the most wonderful connection that I ever desired to have here in Las Vegas. So we're working on that right now to be able to implement all the things that we desire to do in the West Side District in the honor and name of Willie Davis. And so it's just so miraculous and wonderful to see how all these things are really coming together for the community's sake, because we who sit in, certain seats and places, we don't always get the actual the word interference, but you don't really get a chance to interfere or interrupt in the way some people do when they're boots on the ground. People on the ground, they're kind of interfering and interrupting people's life. You were talking about jealousy earlier and stuff. Those are interruptions and interferences. So when people are sitting in certain places and seats, they don't really have that portion in the life that they're seeing, but they have the portion in writing up the things to be implemented. You understand? So when we are interrupting and we are kind of just showing what we like or don't like instead of communicating and saying, hey, this requires us to do this. We need to come together. So saying all that brings friction when we don't communicate properly with those who are in authority of our living and communities and planning. We got to get involved. And this is the push right now that we're saying for us as a people that have been plagued by issues, because we typically have not been involved with legislation, policies, and procedures that really directly affected us. And that's because we didn't know. And it's we clearly comprehend what we've been through, but the point is now we have no more excuses, and this is why we have to pay attention to our inner city leaders. You got to find a church that makes your heart feel welcome, feel like home. If your heart does not feel like welcome home, don't waste your time, because this is a real deal right now. We're living by what our heart, because our heart really can lead us in the right place when we have the right intention in our heart. So these are things we need to check ourselves on. Where is my heart? What's the radar of my heart, my mind? What's my spirit really, alluding to? What are people receiving from me? So when we look at Willie Davis, we hear the things that are said out of people's mouths. You see the smile on his face. You could just automatically see he was always up to something great for some of everybody. Hey, how's it going? What you need? You got? Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah. You could just see that in his eyes, and then and then then to see all these other things that have come forth after that. The business things. He's the same way. He served on 18 boards. I mean, I don't know if that's a normal thing. How many boards do people generally serve on in a lifetime? And served many years. And then some, he did so long, and then he served his time and went on. But he was a very sought after Black man. His wisdom and intelligence kind of far exceeded the majority, because most guys didn't get an education. So they push education now, push it. They've been pushing it. But we're also pushing the trades, like you said, the industrial arts. The trades is really where we come from, working with our hands and working with our abilities to create and make something. So that was a thing that we did, because we created and what we did, the patents and everything was created because we started this country here. We built this country. And this is where we're dealing with our information now regarding the descendants of, is it American slaves, African slaves, how are they calling them? I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody's mission and title, but we're going to have Dr. Gerald Higginbotham on during our weekend this weekend, and he will be talking and sharing, the importance of us coming together as a knowledgeable nation, because we are a nation of people here. We're a Black nation. We're African. They have the African diaspora. It's a lot going on that people are really seeking to get us back to our true roots, back to who we really are. Because when we came here, it was kind of lost, stripped, however. So we're seeking, as they say, the waking giant. We're coming back into the knowledge of who we are, and it takes different other cultures and races that have studied to tell you some profound things. I just know I feel a great way because of how I was raised and the ability to use my gifts and talents. And it seems to make me a different person than the average. You understand? Your gifts, your talents always make you stand out because you're being the authentic and the real you. And that's a real issue of today's time. Who are you? Who do you want to be? So we're pushing the image for a Black man of Willie Davis. So it's none of these modern day men that you have to say, well, I don't want to be like. Now, this is an old man. He's 90 years old if he'd be alive today in this earth realm. So this is an old generation that we're pushing on you. This ain't something that, we done seen already. This is what came from the things that helped us and shaped us and made us strong and made us successful. That's what we're pushing. The attributes, the skills and the drills. You don't have to have all of the degrees of knowledge in college, but just have enough to keep you out of the muck and the mire and keep you above sinking sand. You understand? That's how we're pushing here. So this is a true weekend, and it's going to show forth wisdom, miracles. A lot of people's dreams are being manifested. They're networking. They're meeting people they had no idea. They're bringing things together. This has been the most profound project I've ever worked on in my life. To see all of what we've touched other countries already. We're scheduled to go live out of the Brazil network on Sunday. You understand? So this is all this is what I feel. This is the end of the era. This is the end of the world. We are the end of the world and the leaders of the new world that is to come here. That's my take on it. This is the end of the new world. We're showing it, taking it back to our great beginnings. Because he said, first shall be last and the last shall be first. And he said, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So it's very well written what it is. What nobody says or does about it matters not. It's already written. It's already done. It's already established. And we got to make sure that it manifests in the works that we do. So I should say, follow me as I follow, you that are chosen. And those are the leaders that have gone before us. Willie Davis, Jim Brown, they did the things in the community that no other men have done. So men are seeking to follow the work, but we say we all now have to come together to support the work. Okay? Thank you so much.
Nice, absolutely. Willie Davis Day is December 21st. So where will you all be tomorrow?
Watts. Ted Watkins Park. 9 a.m. 2 p.m. Well, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. there. We have a talent showcase there. We have a breakfast there. And then we will be free to move about and we'll go around the city, up and around different places, visiting other areas, other people, celebrating and sharing and doing our thing to let everybody know this is it. Make for certain this is it. Praise the Lord. This is our moment. Where's my song? This is our moment. Our special moment. This is our moment. Our special moment. You to me are everything. All my life, my hopes and dreams are found. They've been found in you. And this is the moment. This is our moment. This is our moment to shine. All our dreams are going to flow away and make a brighter and a greater day for us to see, live, and share. So as we go outside today and tomorrow, especially tomorrow, is the winter solstice. It's a shifting coming in the atmosphere, the universe. So go put your feet in the dirt. Go stand in the dirt. Just take your shoes off. Stand in the grass. Stand in the dirt. Commune with the earth, the Mother Earth, and be thankful for the ancestors that have come before you, your parents, your grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, the ones you knew, the ones you didn't know, the ones you'll meet, all the ones who've come before. Good, ugly, and indifferent. Beautiful, wonderful, all of the attributes that we are. We are one in the spirit of love and in the spirit of the Most High Yah. So this is our family love festival. And that's what we're supposed to do, love one another. Owe no man nothing but to love one another. So I owe you love. And you owe me love too. So how are we going to carry that out? Well, we'll talk about it. We're asking people to send in their 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, if you have it, conversation, information on who you are. What's your dream? How can Willie Davis' story inspire you? How has it inspired you? And what do you think you could do just because you've now heard about a Black man that came in 1934 and did great things and opened the door and said, come on, other Black men, we got you. Come on with it. We got you. What can you do now to walk in those shoes of Willie Davis and others that have blazed the trail? We remember who, would she say, the Moses of our time, Harriet Tubman. You know, those women and men in those days, they were strong because they had to be. So let's gather that strength and draw up strength and just pull together and let's see a change, okay? I look forward to hearing your story and seeing what you got to say. And you can send it to the email that gotoworkcenter@gmail.com because we want to really hear what y'all got to say. Make it an audio message or make it a video message. We just want to hear what y'all got to say and how we can connect, whatever we could do to connect, make this thing better and go higher, okay? Talk to you soon. I'm here with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well said, and thank you so very much for doing such a great job honoring your brother, NFL legend, Willie Davis of the Green Bay Packers. Absolutely. So until next time, everybody, go to work.
And I'm thanking you for this platform and this opportunity, Nichelle Farrow.
Yeah.
And we are working.
Absolutely. That's cool.
Willie Davis, really understand a guy like I'm Willie Davis. Willie Davis, yeah, we gon' win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis. I always win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis.
Willie Davis, a legend on the field, a force to be reckoned with. His rivals will yield. A Hall of Famer, his legacy is sealed. The champion with heart, his passion was real. Willie Davis, a true NFL great. His name will echo through history's gate. His story inspires, his spirit won't fade. He's a hero to many, his impact was made. Off the field, he was a businessman. His resilience and persistence, a winning plan. A man of character, his values ran deep, a role model.
In the field playing deep like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a boss man like I'm Willie Davis. Call me champion like I'm Willie Davis. Really I'm a stand-up guy like I'm Willie Davis. Yeah, we gon' win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis. I always win like I'm Willie Davis. I'm a champion like I'm Willie Davis.
Hard work pays off. Willie's life is a testament. He rose to the top of dedication. From humble beginnings, he forged a legacy of true inspiration. Education was key. His mind he did home before he was a star. He proved he could own his success on the field. A lesson to all that learns the foundation to help us stand tall. He never forgot where he came from. His love for his city, his roots were not gone. He gave back, he inspired. inspired, he did not forget. A true role model with no regret. A champion spirit, his will to achieve, his love for the game we all could perceive. But more than a player, he cared for his neighbors, his city, his friends. His legacy lives on beyond the gridiron. His life's a testament of kindness and strength.
In the field playing deep like a Willie Davis. I'm a boss man like a Willie Davis. Call me champion